Hi, welcome back to Catastrophic Farms. I'm your catastrophic farmer. Making a little video this morning of a few projects we got going on. It's springtime, and springtime means gardening and yard work, like a lot of people do. But we do have a fairly large garden, and we dedicate a lot of time to it in the spring and summer. So I'll be sharing that with you for sure. But I wanted to show with you where we are so far. We're just kind of getting started, and it's about a month-long process, so probably going to be several videos about it. But join me and I'll show you what we're doing. Also got one other little project to show you, so stay tuned. What we have here is a barn quilt. Now, for those of you that don't know what a barn quilt is, it's basically a big mural that is painted onto a couple of sheets of plywood, and they're put together and then hung up on the barn. And it's obviously geometric shapes, and that's kind of the theme. This is the wife's project, and she has been planning this for quite a few years. It's hard to find time to do something like this, so she's very proud of it, and I'm very proud of her, and it's coming together very nicely. And hopefully this summer sometime it will be up on the barn, and that'll be very nice. Give the barn a little character. This is kind of a big thing for people in the Midwest. If you drive through the Midwest out in the rural areas, sometimes you'll see these on the side of a barn, and it's just kind of a thing. So it's pretty cool. I'm happy with it. I'm glad to see it being done, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like when it's hung up on the barn. All right, here we go. So this is our garden. It's about 30 feet by about 80 feet maybe, or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't look like much yet this year because we have we're trying something new this year. We're trying no-till, so there's already sprouting some weeds and stuff. There may be a few spots I need to run over the tiller with, but for the most part I think we're not going to be hitting it with a tiller. There's a little spot there. We do have some peas growing here, I think it is. There's one. It looks like some rabbit or something's munching on it. And so this is kind of an ongoing process. This usually takes us about a month or so to get things going on it. And I planted some onion bulbs. There's some garlic that I planted last fall. I'll tell you about that another time. The only catastrophe we've got so far is some of these cabbages and kale died. We had really hot weather last week, like 95, and they were in milk jugs, and some of them did not survive. So we're gonna probably have to replant some of that, and it needs water real bad this morning. It's pretty dry. I started some stuff here. It hasn't come up yet. I think it's beets and okra and maybe some carrots. I can't remember everything that I put in. A lot of times I forget what I've put in until after it comes up. I just make sure I put a flag down so I know where it is, and then it's not such a big issue. Back here we got a lot of work to do, a lot of weeds coming up. I may have to run the tiller back here. Leftover junk from last year that we never got around to burning. So yeah, here it is, May. We're trying to plant, and we got crap from last year. There's your catastrophe. But back here we'll do melons and squash and all sorts of stuff like that. We've got some raised beds back there, which of course have not started yet, and they're getting overgrown with grass and weeds. And I did put some of our homemade mulch in recently, just a couple days ago. It's a mixture of dirt and bedding from the barn, and yeah, chickens, and yeah, it's pretty nasty. A lot of poop in there. So yeah, remember to wash your hands. Anyway, yeah, so hoping to have something in there too. We put raised beds in down here because the elevation is a little lower. As you can see, it's a lot lower down here, and when it rains heavy or we get a lot of rain, it just does not want to dry out. So we put in a raised bed down here. We're in the low spot, so we can actually use this ground. In 2017 we had a total failure of the garden due to excessive rains, and in fact the south end of the garden was about where that pile is, and it ran all the way over here by the fence back there, and it was just too low. Most of the years prior to that it had been fairly dry and we didn't have any issues. All of a sudden we have a real wet year and it just killed the entire garden. So all that work we did that spring excuse me, spring and summer, and we ended up with virtually nothing. So anyway, that's about it for now. I will put up some videos maybe as we're planting. We got some cucumbers here. We're gonna grow up that trellis. I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'll put up some more videos as we're planting and getting this looking to be a lot better, but so far this is where it is. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I don't really know what I'm doing most days, so just bear with me. We'll see how this this video turns out. It's my first time with the GoPro, like I said. So thanks for watching. See you later.